is up, y'all? It is me, Tasha C. And with this particular podcast, y'all, bonus podcast. This is like day 44 or 45. I'm pre-recording, and if y'all listen to the podcast, it's the Tasha C show. And if you're listening and watching the little standstill artwork of my podcast for this one, but it's still on YouTube, it's the Tasha C TV. So again, the reason why I wanted to do a podcast as opposed to showing my face, I eventually will sometime this week. Okay. I decided, y'all, to listen to a podcast my sis had comment on. And it was one of the first ones that I done, a podcast that has to do with where I was trying to talk, to motivate and try to give some words of inspiration, right? And when I'm listening to it, it's my first time. I ain't gonna lie, y'all. Just like a lot of my YouTube vids, a lot of my my podcast and YouTube videos, I usually just record, and I'm like, ta-da, and I'm like, okay, I got it. Yeah, so this is day 45. So I already got it for so it'll be for November 21st. And that means, okay, it's supposed to be the day after Mercury retrograde went to direct, okay? So, here's the thing, which is funny. I didn't know that, I don't think I even did the sound effects this time. Oh, well, my little intro. Okay, but anyways. I just want to point out what was kind of funny is that when I finally listened to my podcast, and I didn't know, like, all the notifications. Just to let you warn y'all, when I'm on my phone, until I maybe record, so when I get, and I'm going to, like I said, declare and decree, manifest that, when I'm able to, get bags, I wanted to say bags, or get the money up, I plan on getting, like, more, equipment, and not using my phone as much when I do the podcast, maybe the little none at all. Because I didn't know, y'all, that when I get a notification, and sometimes the clicks, you all hear the click noise, the first click is usually, y'all, of the sound effects, a couple sound effects that you can have. Because I use Speaker to record. That is my main platform that I use to make my podcast, okay? Some people use Anchor, some use different ones, but I chose Speaker. So, y'all hear a little click. The click first is the little sound effect, a little applause. Then when I'm say reading material off the internet, I didn't know, because like I said, when I went to Twitter, whether it's Twitter or anything else, or just like going to the web and going to other things or Instagram, I didn't know that it had to click. So I'm just warning y'all in advance. I may warn it every time I do one, especially on my phone, that just let y'all know the clicks in advance is either me going to something else, so don't think it is y'all, something wrong with y'all's phones or wherever else that y'all listening this podcast in or watching this video from. And so I was just hearing the click, and even when somebody was calling in, I can actually hear my main ringtone that I just have, I have different ringtones, but when there's somebody I don't know, it was just random, and there was a number called me about, I think it was something I signed up on Instagram for possibly trying to do clinical research for my HS, my hydronitis, and outside I changed my mind, and they still keep calling me occasionally, so I had to decline, but y'all can hear the ringtone. And I'm like, wait a minute. So what if somebody would have been calling that I have certain ringtones, and I ain't gonna lie, they got a little music in the background. I ain't got monetization back again yet, but I ain't trying to get, I don't know how it will be, because I got monetization as far as with the speaker, but you have to pay, for the monetization. And I ain't got time that I hear a song and it'll be sitting up there to my copyright. No, I can't do both, y'all. So I have to, as soon as I'm interrupt, they getting declined. It could be my nephew. Okay, talk to you. You gonna talk to your auntie later. You gonna text or something. Nope. Got a custom ringtone with his, some music on there, So, I just wanted to vent to y'all real quick, y'all. It was on my mind, and even though it's almost 11:30, Lord, y'all, it's 1:30 in the morning. My sleeping pattern, y'all, has been yo-yo for several years, on and off for 10 whole years. So I have periods where I might go to bed early, and sometimes I have insomnia, And I'm back to having that again. So it takes a long time before I go to bed, even if I want to go to bed, or it makes me alert. I ain't no coffee, my heart, but I need to get back on green tea again because my doctor said that. But I'm afraid to have that because shoot, it might make me more wired. But maybe whenever I wake up, I need to drink that again. So it makes me a natural water. It was periods, y'all, when my hydrogen is so bad, but it's like if I'm so weak, I have to keep sleeping. I had periods of that, and I was one time, like in 2009, I was sleeping so bad. This is like a couple years prior before I was properly diagnosed. And y'all, I would sleep 16 hours a day when I had a chance to, and I didn't have to go to school. And then when I went to school, I was sleepy as heck. And it didn't matter, like I was so drained, and it felt like somebody was taking a straw and sucking out the energy out of me. And so then I have these moments where, I mean, this happened to me a couple, like 2 or 3 years ago again. Like I have periods where I can't really go to sleep that well. And then I have periods I go to sleep well, and sometimes too well. And sometimes my energy, so it's yo-yoing. It's just, I don't know how many people have hydronitis. I mean, like I say, every individual, we have individual cases. Some things are similar, some things not. Some people can take certain supplements, eat certain foods, and the hydronitis is gone. Not with me in my case, okay, but, and you know, some people have surgeries, and the hydronitis is going bye-bye, and they just have one surgery. Like I said, every person is individual. But one thing most of us probably feel is that all of us have had some things with pain and so forth, and or low energy flare-ups and so forth. That's one thing we had in common, okay? Okay. And sometimes we deal with misdiagnosed or dealing with stigmas with having this illness and how it affects us. So some people's is worse than others. Some people can actually work, and God bless them who can work with this illness. Some can't. Like I try. That's a long story, y'all. Probably I'll do that several months. I'm not gonna say that right now around the corner. But when I get more comfortable, and like I said, some things I may not say until sometime next year that I will discuss more about, that I feel comfortable over time, that I will go into more talking about certain things. There's certain things I want to talk about, but I want to do, in 2020, basically, and discuss. So, y'all, I just want to tell y'all that sorry about, like, the technical difficulties, but as long as I'm making podcasts on this phone, I don't know, like, if there's some type of control, because as push talk or whatever, y'all gonna hear what y'all gonna hear, okay? I'm not gonna say less until, I'm gonna say until I get more equipment, and I do need a better laptop, because my laptop is scratching and surviving. I'm blessed that it still works, but once things get together, I will get, like, a better microphone and, like, record, because I think you can record, like, on your desktop and, your laptop and so forth. I mean, I have a computer in the back, but I like the conveniencing of being where I can do my laptop, because if I don't feel well and have those days, I can lay down and, say, do a podcast, at least be better, or if I can sit down, take breaks, I'm not at the computer as much because of this condition over the past 10 years. I slowly, slowly has kept me away. So I just want to say, y'all, for the people who have been listening, all, my supporters, so including my YouTube, my fam, my loved ones, and my YouTube fam, and my listeners, and my future listeners, who knows, because there are times that I thought people were watching, and I at least expected there's some people that may go back to past videos or past podcasts, which has happened before. I looked at it lists, or even if, say, like, people, whether they're giving you a compliment or they on some crip walking, being brave on the keyboards. There are people who go back to videos that I made 4 or 5 years ago, or, or some people I watched that they still comment a video that was made 10 years ago when YouTube, was really became popular, first started becoming popular more so. So, I would just let y'all know, and I'll probably give, like, a little, disclaimer as far as, like, just to let y'all know, in this podcast, now on, if y'all hear clicks and stuff like that, that's either me going on the page or a notification, just letting y'all know in advance, okay? And I don't, I don't know, like, how this software really is, okay? When the volume of the mic is currently disabled, auto ducking. I don't know what that is. I do not know what it is. Okay, double tap on the sliders to reset the settings. You see, I'm not trying that all. I'm not doing that. I do not know all the stuff. They have schools for that. They have programs for that, and I don't have that. Okay, I'm not. I mean, I probably can buy enough YouTube videos that I can see to learn how to do some of these things. But I'm good. That just means, you know, unless I buy a microphone that is meant to be used for a phone. Do they have y'all? Do they have microphones that I could just use on a phone that I could use that won't get the notifications and the sound? Maybe I can also invest in that too. That way, every time I, use the phone, I don't always have to warn people about the clicks and the notification sounds. And maybe a random phone call that may come a time. But, yeah, so I did not know that. Because the last video I actually watched, y'all, was that tickled me that I'd response was I had mentioned we're really BTV when we're doing David Makes Man. I even took some of the thumbnails off of David Makes Man because, like I said, even though the actor is 16 who played that, he's 16, and I know they said they count as kids, but you're still a kid to me over the age of 13. Okay, like I said, you are still an adolescent. Even though you're 18, you're a legalized kid in U.S. and country or some other countries. I think it's younger than that. You still a legalized kid. You are still adolescents until you're 19 years old, okay? You don't get out of the adolescent stage until you're 20, okay? And so I'm not taking chances of having it. A couple times I had the young man who plays that and also the other guy who plays Serene, the young man, and he's a child as well. I had him and KJ, like I said, you seen this nothing but pink braids, y'all, in the thing. I don't know if I'm going to go back and get some more thumbnails just because instead of showing my face, and because a lot of them are like current videos. So I may do that if I have time and feel like it and just upload and change, the thumbnails and change it again. Not to say it's nothing wrong with my lovely face. I love when I look in the mirror and look at myself. But, I just had took off, out of precaution, some of my recent thumbnails of videos that I made in, like I said, my first David Makes Man, whatever. Like I said, I just took off these thumbnails. And I took time, I'm not going to say like create, but I'm like, I took them down because of being concerned about children being in the thumbnails. Okay. So I didn't want to take no chance. Like I said, even though it's not a kid show, Euphoria, they're playing teenagers, but they're grown, okay? All these actors that are playing in these roles, besides who plays the twins of, I forgot, what's his name? The only black token, I'm not going to say the token black boy, but the one is like supposed to be main character, but he's not a main character. The good looking, I could say that. Is he at least 21 and up? Okay. But the young man who played The Hate You Give, which I still have not seen that movie, y'all, nor have read the book. Okay, because a lot of, like I said before, y'all, some of these young adult books are quite entertaining. I found that out when I was volunteering at the Boys and Girls Club and read The Poetic X, and there's a couple other books I want to read. Some of them young books be good. And they're quite entertaining. So, other than that, y'all, I kept those because we know even though they're playing teenager roles, I know these kids are at least 18 and up. There's one I think that who plays what's it Haley, one of the characters, I forgot her name, that crew, Ruth and Truth or whatever, Sailor Moon, whatever her character name is, I can't think about it. But she's 18. I know that. Okay. So I'm not like I said, I already know she's 18, so it's no kids in the thumbnails, even though that show is supposed to be based on teenagers. They're not, underage. So I'm not fazed by that, okay? But, other than that, what else? That's why I just wanted to talk to y'all, just some random stuff about technical difficulties. Mercury Retrograde is completely supposed to be out by now, because like I said, this is pre-recorded, so that's good, communication, so y'all want to buy I was going to say typewriter. The reason why I thought about typewriters was two reasons. I remember my dad was trying to see to get a reading because he likes using typewriter, and of course they don't really have them in the stores and stuff like that. You know how computers and stuff have replaced the typewriters. And, just like streaming has replaced darn near the DVDs in a minute and CDs. So, I thought about that. And I thought about who else had a typewriter. Dave Makes Man, the character Mix Elijah. The ginger queer person. That was the character. Mix Elijah. They had a typewriter. Okay, so that's what I was thinking about it. So, other than that, y'all, besides, I'm just saying that if y'all want to buy y'all electronics and certain stuff, y'all can at least do that, but wait till the 29th. Yeah, I just wanted to point out about y'all who are listening. But I forgot to tell you, about how I sidetracking the glide on the subject. Now, to really be when I did the discussion panel, the one I was featuring, I made, like I said, stupid videos, hopefully, in the future as well, because really B was talking about, Sister One of the chats, like, we may have to do a panel about the Sister Show. Sister will be coming on, since, even though this is pre-recorded, it's coming on Wednesday night, so, I got one, show of each that I'm behind that I want to do, but I definitely want to start catching up. I know I keep saying that, but I will. Okay. Positive thoughts. But anyways, y'all, I'm about to get off of here. Yeah, that was me just smacking. Sometimes I have a problem with that. I do that just because. And I'm going to get off here and I'm going to watch my Tristan TV's Ready to Love recap. Like I said, I was thought about maybe I should have reviewed that show, but I'm like, because I watched the Keisha Ervin's Coloring Pink channel. Like I said, great offer, excellent content, even down to not only she does reviews, she's back about to do makeup reviews, sometimes do blogs. She has questions with one of her best friends. Since you asked, she's very creative. And now she's bringing Cooking with Keisha. Please go follow YouTube channel and stuff. And please, Keisha Ervin. She is that writer. She is dope. And I haven't read her book yet. And actually, one time I had a book. From the library. But when I get my money, I'm going to be buying her stuff because I have known that she has been a great writer, but I didn't know. That's how humble but talented she is. I did not know for several months when she was recommended. I didn't know that was Keisha Ervin, the writer, because her channel is Come Me Pink. But what was I saying, y'all? I was saying something about, and I just randomly started talking about, the Ready to Love. Now, she does lives on Instagram with the show Ready to Love. So, about 2 weeks ago, I had watched her Ready to Love, for this season. And that's what made me like the show. So I'm going to go back, like I said, my Twisted Life TV. Also, she's an exotic writer. I don't know if she's still writing books, but buy her stuff anyway. And subscribe to my Twisted Life TV. I don't know if she does poetry, but like I said, she writes, she does commentary, sometimes reviews, basically does like blogs, which, just in a car and, driving on the way and stuff like that and just talks. She used to have live chats, but she doesn't before. So I was like going back to watching her reviews of the show. Because I watched Jay Lee's Corners. Because there's only a couple people are doing Ready to Love. Bonnie Blue, Jay Lee's Corner, Color Me Pink, of course, also known as Keisha Irving. But it's Color Me Pink. I think with a Y instead of with an I in pink, but it's a word altogether. And like I said, I don't think she reviews the show, but definitely follow Instagram. She has plenty of other stuff, down to love and marriage, Huntsville, love and hip hop reviews, Married to Medicine, Real House of Atlanta. I think it's the same thing as Miss Honey. I don't know if she reviews. I don't think she reviews Lady Love, but I know she reviews shows like I think Love and Hip Hop, but I know definitely like Real Housewife of Atlanta. And Married to Medicine, so forth, as far as reviews. And also, like I said, so I'm going to do my Twisted Life because she just there was notification. She did she did Ready to Love the last 2 episodes and the recaps. So I'm going to go ahead and watch those until I go to sleep. Oh, y'all. So I'm about to get off here. I know I was just rambling, ranting again, but I just was talking about, today's title of the show, my podcast is like technical difficulties and more. I'm up here about to mess with the word difficulties. But anyway, y'all, hugs and loves, and God bless. And I will see either y'all see and hear from me tomorrow, one way or the other. Either it'll be another podcast, because since it's supposed to be for Thursday, y'all may see my face Friday and or Saturday, because that will be Saturday is my dad's, God bless it, birthday, and he'll be 84 years young. Thank you, Jesus. That is truly a blessing. Whew. I can't wait till I grow up. Yeah, I can't wait. Life is as short as is. But anyways, y'all, hugs and love, and I will see y'all, God bless, in the next podcast, or if you're watching YouTube, in my next video. I'm about to sit here and guaranteed, but I did feel better from when I did my video. I already did pre-record about the Cats video, and the Cats trailer. But if y'all listen to the one, I think that's 39, the hashtag faith is in the title. I felt better once I did that podcast, and I hope other people, can feel better too. But that's not going to be the only one when I talk about, like having faith be more, inspirational, or talk about triumph testimonies, and, able to survive times and be able to, achieve victory, give virtual hugs out to people. You know what I mean? So I'll be doing more inspirational stuff, Originally, y'all, I wanted to be a therapist, a mentor, a counselor. I always wanted to feel what I wanted to always help people. And of course, I want to give you less. Of course, I ain't nowhere near no damn comedian, nothing like that. But I love to entertain at times, like with commentary, a little dash of humor, just a little spicy, just, little spicy humor and stuff. But that was originally one of my goals, was to like help as far as either therapy in the counseling area. Always, for several years, y'all, have always been intrigued by that, over 20 some years. And even though I didn't end up pursuing that, I don't regret changing my mind about it, but, so that's where I'll continue to inspire, because that's what we're supposed to do. Help each other out to smile. It's nice. But anyway, y'all, hugs and loves, God bless. See y'all in the next video, either podcast or video. Okay, take care.